observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So he say, if you listen to me, this was what I'm going to do for you.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he's going to set you on high above everybody on the face of the earth. Right? That's if we listen to him as a people. Okay, let's get 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he's saying it's a two-edged sword. So if you listen to him, bless. Don't listen to him, curse.
Bondage.
So Most High, he said the land of Egypt is the house of bondage. He brought us, remember with Moses, right? He freed the people out of Egypt. That was the Most High. So he said he's going to bring you back into Egypt, back into slavery. With what?
With ships.
So let me ask you this question, right? What nation of people went on cargo slave ships?
Well, it said that.
Yeah, it just said that. You want us to read it again?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Remember, Egypt synonymous to bondage, right?
With ships.
With ships. So I ask you again, what group of people went on slavery in slave ships? Remember, these curses are going to be upon you for a sign, right?
Yeah.
So that's another sign. You can go on Google all you want to, and you ain't going to be able to see no other nation, right, going into slavery on slave ships. Right, so you said you just started learning, right?
Yeah.
Let's get it. What you know about it now?
I just hear people around here talking about West Indies and indigo people.
Let's get that, right? Let's get it. So, right here?
Yeah.
These are the things we went through in slavery, right? And we're going to match some things up in the Bible so you can see who you are according to the Bible. Let's get some of these curses. Matter of fact, let's get Deuteronomy 1:1, so we know who he's talking to.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So this is what Moses spoke to all of Israel. All of them, right? Let's get the curse, right? Let's start at 28:1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So he say, if you listen to me, this was what I'm going to do for you.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he's going to set you on high above everybody on the face of the earth. Right? That's if we listen to him as a people. Okay, let's get 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he's saying it's a two-edged sword. So if you listen to him, bless. Don't listen to him, curses. Let's get a curse. Let's get 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So what people are cursed in the city?
Poor people.
Poor? What's the normal color of poor people, you would say?
Brown and dark skin.
Exactly. That's the majority of people that's cursed in the city. Like if you go to Chicago, here in the city, you know when you in the city when you go to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Right, I know.
Right? Yeah. Right? You know you in the city when the new police driving by and you like, okay, shit, you scared for them to get behind you, right? Right, even with the black on black killing, right? That's in the hood. Let's get it. It's everywhere, but it's more in the hood. Let's get it.
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
So we say cursed should be in the field. If you go back in slavery, this was when we was cursed in the field. Picking cotton, right? Picking cotton, picking tobacco, rice fields. That's when we was cursed, right? Let's get 45.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
So he's saying these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you until you destroy. Let's get some.
Because thou hearkenedest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
We didn't listen to God.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So he said these curses going to be upon you so you can remember who you are for a sign. Like, you know, you go and look at that sign right there, say Winsfield, straight. You know that's a sign right there. You go on to Winsfield, straight. That's the same with these curses. They're going to be on you for a sign so you can remember who you are. Let's get it.
And upon thy seed forever.
Upon your seed forever. So that's your kids, kids, and your, right, forever. Generational curses, right? Let's get the main one, 68.
Deuteronomy.
Matter of fact, let's get this one. Let's continue that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
So he's saying because you're not going to serve him and keep his commandments, who we going to serve? Our enemies, which is the so-called white man. Let's get it.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. And
so he said he's going to send them against you in hunger. Right? If you go over there and buy something, you're getting that from the Arab, a different nation. That's not our people. Right? If you go to McDonald's, who own it? Exactly. Same with the Chinese restaurants. Who own it? Right. And even if we decide to own something, you heard of sweetie pies? Yeah. They have to get their products from the farm which owned by the white people. Exactly. So let's get some more.
And in thirst.
So if you got a house, if you don't pay the electric or the water bill, what's gonna happen? They cut off. Most definitely. The white man in control of that too. Even if you want to go over and buy you something to drink, they in control of everything that go inside of it, the drinks, and they in control of all of it. Let's go.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. So the clothes on your back, right? Get that from a white man. Even the material, the cotton, right? Let's get it.
And in want of all things.
So he wants all things. You got an education. You got to go for them. You remember, he said that he going to send the enemies against you and all these things. All these things. It's the hunger, right? Thirst and the nakedness. Your clothes on your back, right? Let's get some more.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So he said he's going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck. That happened to us in slavery. Put a yoke of iron around our necks until what?
Until he has destroyed thee.
Until we destroy. So when them yokes of iron came off our neck, we destroyed people. That's where we get this from. Right. You understand that? Let's get one that'll bring it home for you. Let's get 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he said he's gonna bring us into Egypt again. What's Egypt? You might ask, right? Let's get that. Exodus 22.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Most High, he said the land of Egypt is the house of bondage. He brought us, remember with Moses, right? He freed the people out of Egypt. That was the Most High. So he said he's gonna bring you back into Egypt, back into slavery with what?
With ships.
So let me ask you this question, right? What nation of people went on cargo slave ships?
What it said that?
Yeah, it just said that. You want us to read it again?
Yeah.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Remember, Egypt synonymous to bondage, right?
With ships.
With ships. So I ask you again, what group of people went on slavery in slave ships? Remember, these curses are going to be upon you for a sign, right?
Yeah.
So that's another sign. You can go on Google all you want to, and you ain't going to be able to see no other nation, right, going into slavery on slave ships, right? So that's how you'll know that the Most High is speaking to you. Get Deuteronomy 7:6. Because you're a chosen person. You're a chosen person of God, right? Let's get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So you know what holy means, right? It means separate. You separate to God, right? But
the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he say you supposed to be special to him above everybody on the face of the earth. White man, Chinese man, Arab. You better than all of them in God's eyes, right? But we didn't listen to him. So he said he's gonna bring you down low because we didn't listen to his commandments. Now you know you're Israelite now, right? So if you go to a job and fill out an application, is you gonna put what? Black American? What you gonna put? Exactly. All praises.
And my cousin started speaking on this.
Most definitely, most definitely. Let's get now it's a requirement, right? Let's get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So he required you to do some things. Now you know you're Israel. Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What do you require of you?
Listen.
Let's get it.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
Respect.
to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Right.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So he wants you to serve him with all your soul, right? And to keep his commandments. Let's get the doctrine, right? So it's just not keeping the commandment. It's something else you got to do as well. Let's get it.
Revelations chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
So it's two things. You got to keep the commandments and the faith of God. Do you know some of the commandments?
I know some of them.
Right. I can see you. You know, you got your beard. You feel me? Sure. But you ain't got your fringes on. You feel me? That's something you didn't know. So now we can get there for you. So this commandment, the Most High gave to us. We have a dress code if you want to come serve. Let's get it.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
These are the fringes, right? I'm double fringed up right now. So these are fringes, right? Let's get it.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So he said he wants you to have these on throughout your generation. So when your kid, if you have kids, they supposed to be having these on with the border of blue, right? So let's get some. Okay, so let's get another.
And it shall be a fringe for you, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
So this right here help us to remember who we are. And remember that we got to keep the commandments of the Most High. So this what reminds us of that. So that's part of our dress code. Let's get you eat pork.
Sometimes I'm trying to stop because I know about it.
Right, it's like bad for you.
Pig rat or something.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Let's get that for you. What about shrimp, crab, and lobster?
I eat that.
Catfish.
Catfish.
You know that's bad for you, right?
Catfish.
Yeah, catfish. Most High said not to eat that. He said don't eat. It's just like the pig. Let's get it.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, that though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of the flesh shall you not eat.
You say, of the flesh shall you not eat. You agree with that? Yeah, so you're going to have to change something, right? You say you're slowing down, but you got to cut it off completely, right? Let's get some more.
Of the flesh shall you not eat, and the carcass shall you not touch.
So he don't even want you to touch it. So it's something you got to change. You can't even touch the pork. So you got to consider the things that is inside, like this store. You got to be real considerate about what you're putting in your mouth, right? Do you smoke? You smoke too? Well, you heard what brother said about smoking, right?
Yeah, it's all true.
So you believe in that as well?
Yeah, I believe in that as well.
Okay, cool. So it's time for you to start keeping these commandments, man.
Right.
All right. You got the flyer?
What you mean?
You got that flyer?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a barcode on the back. If you want to come, because we need more brothers up here like you. You feel me? We need you on our side.
Right.
To start teaching His word, waking our people up. Like, just like I just woke you up today. You know who you is now. So
Right.
it's time for you to spread the word too.
Right.